Hey, welcome to Everyday Jesus. My name is Doug Rouse, and I get to be the host of this little show where in a couple of minutes I give us a tip from God's Word to put some gas in your tank and fuel you up for the journey ahead. Now, in today's episode, I want to talk with you about breaking free from a habit. Do you have a habit? Do you have a hang-up that just keeps causing you trouble? In our church lately, we've been going through this series of study in the book of Romans, and we've been talking all about breaking this cycle that we sometimes get ourselves trapped in, where we sin, we do something wrong, and then we feel bad about it, and then we repeat it. And we just sort of get caught in this merry-go-round, and it's so frustrating. If you're like that, if you've got a habit, if you've got something that you're trying to change and you're just struggling in that, I think that you're going to find some help in today's episode. Let's start first by looking at the Bible. Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, "Be transformed by the renewing of your mind." In other words, changing the way that you think is the first step to changing the way that you behave. So we've got to begin to look at our habit, look at this hang up, maybe in a different way. So first step is this. I want to give us 5 steps. The first step to take is to call it a sin. Now this is bigger than simply semantics. This is about a concept. Sin is something that harms you. The whole reason why you want to change is because it's sin. Listen, if it wasn't sin, you wouldn't need to change it because it wouldn't be harming you. The whole point of sin is that it brings harm to us. And one of the things I know about God is that God does not forgive my excuses, but He does forgive my sins. He says, if you'll confess your sin, I'll be faithful and just to forgive your sin and to cleanse you from all unrighteousness. So I need to ask God to forgive me of my sin. I need to call that issue a sin because it's killing me and I want to get rid of it. And guess what? God agrees with you. He knows it's killing you and He wants to get rid of it too. And so the sooner you can call it a sin, the sooner you can ask God to forgive you for it, the sooner you can begin to get on the road to recovery. The second step is you've got to begin to change the way that you think about it. That thing is no longer a fun thing that you're not allowed to do anymore. As long as you think about it that way, it's going to continue tripping you up. No, you need to begin to see it as a sin, see it as something that is deadly for you. It's ruining your relationships. It's ruining your friendship with God. It's soiling your future, and this thing has got to go. And so let's change the way that we perceive this thing. It's not this thing that I'm pining away for and I can't do it anymore. No, it's this thing I don't want to do anymore because it was bad for me to begin with. And so we want it gone. Third step is you've got to get to the root of it. You've got to begin to ask yourself, why? Why do I want to do this? What kind of desire am I trying to meet with this particular behavior? What sort of itch am I trying to scratch as a result of this behavior? I need to recognize that all of my behaviors flow out of my heart. Jesus said that. Out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So there's a reason why you behave the way that you do. And when you understand that reason, that enables you to begin to deal with the behavior. Let me give you a quick example. Pornography. Pornography is a big issue, but a lot of people think that it's only about the visual. It's only about what you see, but actually it's not. The real driving force behind pornography is power, because the message of pornography is, hey, you're powerful. Hey, you're strong. Hey, you're in charge. That's the message of pornography. That's what drives it. And so the sooner you can begin to ask yourself, why am I in such a need for power? Where does this desire come from? Why do I feel like I need to be in charge? The sooner I can begin to get to the root of the behavior and ask myself why that need is there, I can begin to unmask it and deal with it at a root level. It's kind of like the dandelions in your yard. You want to pluck those bad boys out by the root. That's the third thing. The fourth step in this is get radical. I got to get serious about doing something about this thing. In other words, cancel your subscription, pull the internet, stop driving by that package store where you know it causes you trouble. Stop hanging out with those friends that you know always bring you down. Every time you're with them, you do something you regret. It's time for you to get serious about change. It's time for you to get serious about your personal growth. And it's time for you to get serious about breaking free from this thing. So make some solid, definitive moves to break out of this particular behavior. And then the fourth, how's that for math? The fifth step is to get a jogging partner. I like to say Christianity is a team sport. We were not meant to play it alone. And this absolutely applies when we're talking about breaking free from things that we need to change. I need someone to help me. I need an accountability partner. Now, I want to tell you something about accountability. Accountability is only as good as you are honest. So whoever your accountability partner is, make sure it's someone with whom you can be 100% honest. Make sure that it's someone who's going to ask you the hard questions, who's not going to let you off the hook, somebody who's not going to go easy on you. Make sure it's somebody who's going to be tough on you, because you want that. And you want to welcome that in your life, because that's what's going to help you to change. So those are the 5 steps that I have for us today to help you finally break out of that cycle. I hope you're encouraged. Remember something, God's got this. He's absolutely on your side in this endeavor, and you can call on Him for strength, and it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see the new you.